Hey fellow Force users, what is up? It's Jasmine, the Ahsoka Tano fan, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So it's time for another episode of The Bad Batch. Obviously last episode was a nice surprise. We got to see Cut and his family again, although it's not much of a surprise because a lot of you guys did predict that. But yeah, it was nice to see him again. The last time we saw him was obviously in the Clone Wars Season 2, the Deserter episode, and this time it was kind of different because all of the Bad Batch are officially Deserter clones. So yeah, and we got to see a lot more with the Empire, including the origin of the chain codes. It showed us Omega being vulnerable as well and making mistakes and learning from them, and it showed that the Bad Batch, especially Hunter, was kind of afraid of bringing a child like her into a dangerous situation, and it showed him kind of questioning whether or not her staying with the Bad Batch was best for her. And then at the end we saw that she did come back with them, and that she said that was the only place she wanted to be and that's where she belonged. And so yeah, that was a really nice exchange, and it just showed that the Bad Batch can be, you know, these tough guys and, you know, go on all these missions, but I think arguably where they're challenged the most is with Omega. Just like as Cut said, raising children is really challenging, right? And so it's something they've never encountered before. So it's really an interesting dynamic to see Omega with the Bad Batch, and I think that she does belong there, so I'm happy she made that decision to come back. Even if you listen to the music that plays at the end of each episode, it's the Bad Batch theme, and it's actually Omega's theme as well, intertwined with the Bad Batches. So quite literally in their musical scores, they're telling us that Omega belongs with the Bad Batch and she's a part of them and they're a part of her. So that's pretty cool. I'm looking forward to this episode. I know Rex was name dropped in the last one, so I don't know if maybe we'll see him in this episode or maybe they'll show him in the following one, but either way I do expect to see him soon at some point. He was in the trailer and now they've officially mentioned him by name. And of course the big question is, if we're going to see Rex, does that mean we're going to see Ahsoka as well, and see some of what happened to her before the Ahsoka novel? They could show us what she's doing before ending up on Rada or something like that. In terms of the Bad Batch, I'm wondering if one of them might die. There seems to always be 5 of them. Well, except for the very beginning before Echo joined them. But ever since Echo joined them, they always seem to be 5, right? Now we don't have Crosshair because he's with the Empire. There's 5 of them again, the 4 of them and plus Omega, right? And so I'm wondering if by the end we might see one of them get killed, and then Omega ends up being the permanent 5th member or something like that. Now, I've kind of gone back and forth with this. On one hand, I think it could be Crosshair that could die. He could redeem himself by coming back to the light side, and maybe he could die in a sacrifice or something, trying to save the Bad Batch while holding off the Empire or something like that. The other possibility is Wrecker could potentially die as well. We really got to see a different side to him last episode. We even saw Cut's kids refer to him as Uncle Wrecker, right? And so he seems to be very family oriented and very good with kids, and he has a bond with Omega as well, as we saw in that episode when he went back to look for her. And so is it possible that episode was kind of hinting at potentially Wrecker in the future is sacrificing himself to save Omega and or the Bad Batch? If that happens, I definitely would not expect it to happen until the finale, or at least closer to the finale. So there's still a lot of time between now and then. So yeah, for now we can just enjoy our happy Bad Batch family as they are. I see that this episode doesn't have a title, or at least not yet. It's just showing here as episode 3 on Disney Plus. I don't know if they'll show the titles after, because a similar thing happened with WandaVision, where initially they only referred to the episodes as episode 1 and 2, and then later on at the end of the season they had titles. So yeah, anyways, just something that I noticed there. Okay guys, enough speculating for now. Without further ado, let's dive in guys and see what's in store for us. Replacements. Oh, okay, that's what the episode's called. So I guess it's just not showing on Disney Plus yet. Whoa, he ate that so fast.
Okay.
Man, she's so giving, eh?
I thought you said they were defective.
Oh.
A theory that my diagnostic report indicated no critical systems were compromised.
Yeah, that report was not accurate from the looks of it. So they're gonna test their inhibitor chips. Aww. It doesn't fit Wrecker. So could we see Rex in this episode, guys? Possibly? Wrecker's like a big kid. I love it.
Is it over?
Oh, I adore her. Oh my goodness.
The storm's Let's Crosshair's weapon kit.
Oh, that's why they're looking at it like that.
That Crosshair's actions were influenced by his inhibitor chip.
Yes.
It can do that?
You still gotta figure out what Omega's inherent skill is too. Oh, Crosshair. We didn't see Crosshair last episode, I don't believe.
Your vitals are at optimum levels.
Go away.
I am compelled to comply with your request.
That's a very Crosshair thing to say. What procedure?
Hope I'm not interrupting you. Right on schedule, Rampart. Successful.
Rampart, is he from the movies at all?
Of our new empire is at the
Crosshair is gonna be the new commander of the stormtroopers?
soldiers to maintain.
I think that's what he was saying. Don't listen to him, Tarkin. Stick with the clones. It'll be your biggest regret. Whoa.
Soldiers from across the galaxy. Imagine.
Oh, she looks worried. That's what happens when you do business with these people, man. Kaminoan should have never trusted them. So Rampart, just because he referred to him by name, is he a character in the movies?
What was that?
Is it a creature out there or something?
Busy at the moment.
Anytime in these stories where they crash somewhere, there's usually some type of creature nearby. Kind of like the Mandalorian, that spider episode. That was disgusting. Wait, those look like eggs or something. Don't tell me there's spiders again, man. Oh, shit.
Look at this. Well, those weren't there when we landed.
I love how Tech is just not bothered by anything. He's so technical. Oh. Shit. Oh. Damn. Did the crash affect his chip, you think?
House was in place.
He's talking a lot about his head. I don't feel like that's by accident. I wonder if Omega's regretting staying with them yet.
It was probably drawn to the capacitor's electric charge. That would have been good to know beforehand, Tech. You did get the
Tech always late with the details, man.
Wrecker.
They all look worried. No, something happened to his head, I think. Because they're focusing so much on his head, you know?
With the Empire, I get paid, I get fed, and I have a roof over my head. That's more than the Republic ever did for me.
Ah, interesting.
Conscript means. Send the clone and your recruits to Onderon. I want Saw Gerrera's camp found and
Oh my gosh.
let's see if they can succeed where Clone Force 99 failed.
I disagree with that, though. That's not a testament to their skill. That's just whether or not they have heart or not, and if they're willing to obey your orders without question. That doesn't mean they're skillful. They can still be shitty and have shitty aim, as stormtroopers do. I wish we had masks like that to wear at work for COVID. She is so valuable to them, more than they may realize.
If you all are so efficient, how come the Empire's scouting soldiers like us?
Because I want to be cheap, obviously. Who the fuck do you think you're talking to?
It's time for a change.
Shots fired, eh? I want Crosshair to kick his ass. Okay, guys, so what's gonna happen here? Because we know Saw Gerrera can't die,
Sir, just received the transmission from Guerrero.
but everybody else can.
By the rendezvous.
Oh my gosh. Congratulations, your troopers are so skilled. They're taking out a bunch of civilians and farmers and consisting of some elderly people, women, and children. Good job, troopers. So skilled.
Wait here.
Is she gonna wait there though, or is she gonna follow him? Whoa. Damn. Oh, damn. See, it's a good thing she was there to help him, right? This is giving me Citadel vibes. Remember Ahsoka wasn't supposed to be on the mission? But she ended up helping with the Nexus route coordinates and everything. So Omega may end up being the most important part of the mission at the end of the day. Are you kidding me? They're using flamethrowers on people? Whoa. These people are so bad. Shouldn't be surprised though. It is the Empire. Damn. Now they're trapped. Which one's Crosshair? They're in the middle. They're not even gonna let them surrender though, are they?
I don't know, but I wouldn't tell you if I did.
Wow.
I believe he orders. Forget our orders. This is wrong. So you're not going to comply? No. None of us are.
Is he gonna kill them?
We signed up to be soldiers, not an execution squad. We're going to detain
He's gonna kill him.
take them in for questioning.
I knew it.
Good soldiers follow orders.
Damn. That was the same guy that was questioning him before, I think, right?
Mission.
Wow. This is terrible. Man, this is just like Kylo Ren at the beginning of The Force Awakens. That's awful, man. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You need to get out of there. Shoot it. Go, go, go. Show us your skill, girl. She's gonna figure out something. Are they sensitive to light or something like that? Oh, okay. Whoa, that was smart.
I tricked the dragon, like you did.
Is that my blaster?
Is she like Hunter then? I wonder if that was a hint that her skill might be similar to Hunter's. She really is so much like a clone too, putting the mission first, right, before her own safety.
It appears your squad is one trooper down.
Unfortunate, but soldiers know the risks of battle.
Oh, wait till he finds out.
Impressive. Avaru.
Thank you, sir.
I still want to know more about him, Rampart.
With a superior clone, it will secure our relationship with this empire.
Interesting. Is Omega the key to this somehow? It's interesting because even the Kaminoans are not really good or bad. They're just trying to stay afloat like everybody else. Even if that means playing dirty. Oh, that's their bunk. He must miss them. Just like they miss him, right? Okay, good. Omega saved the day. What's he showing her? Does she have her own bunk now or something? Or a new suit? Oh, her new bunk, yeah. Oh, it's just like Grogu's room, kind of, on Mando's ship, the Razor Crest. Oh, and he gave her Lula? That's like their gesture to officially welcome her to the team. It's done already? Damn it. That was so quick. Don't you find? See, here, listen. This song here, that's Omega's theme, and it played right after the Bad Batch's theme. They're meant to be together. Okay, so very good. That was actually a very dark episode. Lots to go over. I feel like that whole scene at Guerrera's camp was just really reminding me of the opening scene from The Force Awakens, where they just killed all the villagers. It wasn't that far off from that. They're supposed to be rebels, but you look at them, they're just regular people, and you have vulnerable people in that mix, like the man and woman that were trying to just find off-world transport, and the fact that they just gunned them down like that, or rather I should say Crosshair ordered that they be gunned down, is just it's pretty chilling. And I feel like every time he says the words "good soldiers follow orders," it just feels a little bit darker and more disturbing than the previous time he said it. that line, we're just seeing the various forms that takes. It definitely has a deeper and disturbing meaning to it, and it makes you question, do good soldiers really just follow orders no matter what? Because the orders are changing now. They're being ordered to gun down innocent people. And even that one guy, the blonde guy that was kind of arguing with Crosshair before, he seemed like he was hesitant to do it. It just shows the complexity of the whole issue. You have some soldiers that will follow orders no matter what, like Crosshair, and you have some soldiers like the blonde guy who will follow orders to a certain extent, but only kill other rebels or soldiers and not civilians. So he has more morals than people like Crosshair. And so there's a lot of gray in between. It's definitely not black and white. But overall, that scene definitely showed the difference between the Republic and the Empire. Because from what we've seen, the Republic would never use flamethrowers on people like that and execute people in that sort of sense. But then to be fair, maybe we haven't really had the opportunity to see how the Republic would act when faced with actual people, because they fought against droids, right? So it's easy for the Jedi to just cut through 100 droids like nothing, because they're just machines. But what would it be like if instead of droids, the Separatists had their own version of clones, right? That would be an interesting discussion, to raise how the Republic have been different in the way they fought the war had there not been droids, but instead other clones fighting against them. Would they take the approach of Ahsoka and try not to kill them? Or would they take the approach of Yoda during Order 66 and just, kill them anyway? One more thing about the blonde guy, he said some interesting things in there when they were in that, like the lab, I think it was, when they were having tests run on them. And he said something about the Empire puts a roof over my head and pays me well, or something like that, and protects my family, which is more than I can say for the Republic. So it's interesting to see his rationale for joining the Empire, because again, it's not black and white. It's not that everybody who enlists in the Empire is bad necessarily. They're people as well that have different stories, different backgrounds, different histories. And we really got to see that when he was talking about the difference in how the Empire treated him versus the Republic. Admiral Rampart, which I still have to find out more about him. I'm not sure if he's a brand new character or if he is someone that's already been featured or mentioned in the Star Wars universe, but he was talking about how it's more effective to have people willingly enlist versus having people programmed to be a part of your army. It could be said that yes, arguably if you're willing to enlist, you're more likely to be loyal. And in the case of the Republic, I guess that proves to be true, because the clones were programmed from birth, and they ended up not being loyal to the Republic, right? They turned against them. So in a sense, he has a point there about loyalty. But on the other hand, even if you're willingly enlisting for the Empire to fight for them, you're still arguably, you're being indoctrinated once you've enlisted, right? And so you might as well be programmed just like the clones. You're being introduced to one way of thinking and you're being taught to follow orders no matter what. So would that not still make them just as loyal as the clones, right? And you could end up still having stormtroopers that will disobey the Empire and will turn against the Empire, just like Finn in the sequel trilogy. Now, Omega saved the day again and just continues to show that she belongs with the team, and that gesture at the end there was really nice, how they gave her own room, because they kind of welcomed her before, but that was really their official way of saying, welcome to the team and you are one of us. So that was really nice to see. We still haven't officially seen her enhanced skill and exactly what that is, but from this episode, I kind of gathered it might be something similar to Hunter's, or in between Hunter and Tech. She even says something to Hunter after he pulls her out of that hole. She said, "I tracked the dragon like you did." So that even furthermore hints at the fact that her skill might be something similar to Hunter's. She seems very aware, very perceptive, and she kind of thinks outside the box. Even when she came face to face with that moon dragon, I think that's what it's called, she managed to not even have to defeat it. She just used her own smart and strategic thinking to get her way out of that situation, and she ended up saving the day. And even in the past, she said things to Crosshair, for example, "I know what you're thinking of doing, please don't do it." She even tells the team, don't be mad at him, it's not his fault. She told them about the inhibitor chips. So she just seems very aware in that sense. And even the fact that she was willing to put herself in harm's way for the mission just shows she really is like the other clones, because that's exactly what they would have done as well. So overall, very solid episode. I'm really loving the direction that this series is going so far, and I can't wait to see them travel across the galaxy more and maybe come into contact with brand new characters or characters that we saw in the Clone Wars. It's off to a great start so far, and I love what they've shown us, and I love just seeing the overall chemistry with the Bad Batch and with Omega, and I look forward to seeing that unfold some more. You guys let me know what you thought of the episode down below. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe and comment and share the video as well. And I will see you guys next week for the next episode of The Bad Batch. Take care, guys.